Hi guys, it's Colleen from Siempre Soul 1111. Welcome. I hope you're all well. For those of you that have subscribed to my channel already, thank you very much. For anybody new that's watching, thank you for joining me. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, just hit the subscribe button or like, share and subscribe. And you'll be notified of when I upload new videos. I plan to do videos on a weekly basis for you guys. This particular reading today is for my cancers, and these are for the month of May. So these are general readings for the month of May. These readings by star sign will be done once a month at the beginning of the month, and then I'm going to be doing weekly elemental readings alongside twin flame energies, masculine and feminine, each week. Obviously the channel itself is relatively new, so things may change and progress, but it's just to set the expectation from the off. I do have an Instagram page which you can find at Siempre Soul 1111. I post sort of daily quotes and inspirational, motivational quotes, that sort of thing. And I also announce when new videos are up on YouTube on there. So if you don't have a YouTube account and you can't subscribe, by all means feel free to follow the Instagram page, and I'll update you there once new videos are uploaded, so you know when to log on and check them out. Obviously these readings are general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if it doesn't resonate with you in the first few minutes, then the reading is unlikely for you. These readings are general, so they can be about any circumstance in your life: love, work, friendships, families. You just take what element I'm reading and apply it to your life. Okay, so we're going to do general reading for Cancer for the month of May. I'm just going to cut the deck. The way that I format these readings is past, present and future. I pull clarifiers and then a few oracle cards at the end. So overarching energy is Two of Cups, soulmates, Four of Cups, not seeing what you've got, Three of Wands, waiting, Emperor, Five of Cups. Okay, so the overarching energy here for this past part of the reading is the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is my soulmate card. So for me, Cancer, I feel like this is potentially surrounding a love relationship just off the bat because of the cups. And we've got the Four of Cups here, so I feel like almost either you or they are not seeing the love that's being offered to them. And whoever this is, you've either been keeping them waiting a long time, or you're waiting for them, one or the other. The Emperor card is the father figure in the deck, and he can be strong, in control, but also a tad arrogant. And maybe perhaps the reason that there's the Three of Wands there in terms of waiting, the energy of waiting, is perhaps because this person can be quite stubborn, or you can be quite stubborn, Cancers. And at the moment there's been potentially a discussion, and you know, one of you are crying over spilled milk. You know, you're not seeing the cups again, because look, this is a sort of lack energy, almost a lack mentality, you know, with the cup here and the two cups, not seeing these two cups behind here. This feels very, very emotional to me from, you know, and interestingly, you guys are a water sign and you're coming up in your reading a lot here. You could well be dealing with a fire sign with the Emperor and the Three of Wands. The Emperor is an Aries, so it could be an Aries that we're talking about here. Although I don't pay complete and utter, you know, focus towards star signs that come up in the readings, because again it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you. I do feel that perhaps there's been a bit of deception surrounding this particular relationship, getting the Seven of Swords there, and the Ten of Wands clarifying the Three of Wands. I think the burden of waiting is getting the better of one of you. I almost feel a little bit like this Emperor energy is a little bit stubborn. Yeah, look, the Knight of Rods, that's about forward movement. And moving forward, communicating, acting, and it almost feels a little bit like the energy there is stagnant. This person, whoever it is that you're dealing with, that's being stubborn, is thinking about moving forward, but they haven't yet, and I think that's left you feeling like confused as to how they feel about you, because you know deep down that this connection is a soulmate connection. But they're definitely, whoever this person is that's the Emperor energy in this reading for you, Cancer, they're definitely, you're feeling the lack from them being distant and not moving forward, and the burden of waiting and not knowing what they're thinking, how they're feeling, is getting to you. I do feel that getting the Six of Wands here, for me, is about victory. So I think that this person may or may not have cause for being stubborn, and perhaps there's something that you've done that they just don't agree with, so they're just standing their ground and putting a boundary in place. Or this could be the other way round, and I almost feel that whoever it is that needs to move forward with that additional cup of love, the outcome of that conversation will be victory. I think it's just a bit of a stalemate sort of energy about who's going to move forward first in this connection, because you both know, I think, that you're soulmates and that this is the real deal. But I think it's a bit of a stalemate. And again, you know that this person is your soulmate because your intuition is telling you this, your gut feeling, and you know from the way, not from what they say and do, but how that person makes you feel. So I do feel that the energy in the initial part of this reading for you guys, Cancer, is that it's a bit stagnant and you're both kind of licking your wounds almost. So let's see what the present situation is for you guys on this. Cancers. But it's definitely, I feel almost a little bit like a power struggle. One of you's coming from a point of view of principle, and I think the other's coming from a point of view of lack. I don't know what this conflict or discussion was about, or whatever it is this, that you guys have crossed swords on, but it's not, yeah, let's see what the Ace of Cups. Okay, new beginnings surrounding love. Awakening. Wow, wow, wow. Three major arcana cards in this part of the reading, guys, for you. Some heavy energies going on here. We've got the Hermit card. So I think a hermit is about wisdom. It's about trusting your wisdom. It's about going within, taking time out. So I think whoever this situation is, one of you is coming from a point of stubbornness and the other's coming from a point of following their intuition, and perhaps is like, on the more principle side. But if I was to give you any advice in a situation like this surrounding any relationship, it doesn't have to be love. It could be a family member, it could be a work colleague, it could be a best friend. But I think, follow your intuition, and whichever one of you's being, the Emperor energy here and being a little bit too proud, one of you needs to just bite the bullet and step forward, because at the center of this situation, you guys know that your connection is genuine. I think, that there's been an essence with the Seven of Swords here that, interestingly, the Seven matches the Hermit. So again, this is about wisdom, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to pack up and leave. And I think perhaps this, whatever's happened in this dynamic, this walking away that either you or they have done, has triggered a bit of an awakening in that person. But at the moment, they're still sort of, above that is the Emperor. So I do feel a little bit like they're still being a little bit stubborn or resisting this particular enlightenment and awakening that they've had, because we've got the Temperance here. And that's, again, about trusting in your intuition, and the Ace of Cups as the overall energy for this particular part of the reading, and that's about new beginnings and new cycles in emotional cycles in love. So I do feel that if this person, be that you or them, can release the need to just be right, release the logic, and get more in tune with the spiritual and emotional aspect of the relationship, they will then they will then look to move forward with the Knight of Rods. And the outcome of that will be, will be victorious. But I do think that whatever's happened here is kind of, excuse the term, but it's given both of you or one of you food for thought. And it's triggered an awakening in terms of perhaps the way things are dealt with. Yeah, look, we've got the Four of Cups here again. And again, this is about not seeing what you've been offered. So perhaps this conversation that's happened, because it's come up twice in this reading, is either you or them wanting more from the relationship, and this person's had to kind of go inwards and perhaps initially started off somewhat defensive, and coming from a point of logic rather than emotion. But whatever's happened in this dynamic, it has triggered some form of an awakening, and this person is recognizing that this is a soulmate connection. The Four of Wands clarifying the Judgment card there for me. Fours are about stability, so I think it's a case before that this person, this Emperor energy, moves forward in this connection, they need to find a bit of stability within themselves. I don't think the awakening is going to cause that. And for me, the Four of Wands in this is my twin flame card in the deck, and it could well mean that they just need to get to a point where they find stability and digest and process what's been discussed. And if this is you, Cancer, then you guys need to be aware of the fact that this connection from the reading is a true one. And we all know that when you go through the process of awakening, shedding ego is one part of the process, you know. Yeah, look, clarifying the Temperance is the Three of Wands again. So again, this is about waiting. This person's feeling you're busy waiting, or they are, whilst this awakening happens with the other person. Wow, I'm sure we've had that already. No, we haven't. And again, clarifying the Ace of Cups is the Four of Swords here. So I think this person just needs to kind of lay their weapons down and move away from ego and move towards a more calm and loving approach. I mean, clarifying the Hermit is the Star, and the Star is about wishes being granted. So, you know, this person is without a doubt your twin flame, and they're your soulmate. I think they just need to come to that realization themselves. But, you know, we all know that loving someone on the twin flame journey or the soulmate journey is about unconditional love and finding harmony within that connection. And I think this person, or perhaps you are, Cancer, are on the process of awakening and realizing this. It does feel a little bit stuck still, and it feels a bit like it's a sort of stop-start connection. So perhaps this person comes into your life and back out, or you them. Yeah, it feels like this connection's been quite a lot of work. You've got the Wheel of Fortune here, the Seven of Pentacles, and again, 7 mirrors the Hermit card and the Seven of Swords that came up. So again, this is about wisdom, finding understanding, finding balance. I think, you know, at points you perhaps felt a little bit stuck with this connection, because I think it has been stop-start. This person's come forward, they've left, or you've come forward and left. And it's just being able to find the stability within that connection for you both, so that you can sort of merge again and be in sync with one another. I do feel here, look, you know, getting the Six of Cups, there's definitely going to be some communication, emotional communication surrounding this connection, because we're moving from very sort of logical, spiritual, and then we're moving into emotional. And I think, you know, you felt stuck, and so is this person, and keep getting the, you know, the Three of Wands coming up twice along with the Eight of Swords, you know, is about stagnation. It's about waiting. It's not fast moving. But the eights do symbolize change. So when you've got the Eight of Swords being stuck in your head and feeling a little bit trapped about this situation, having the Eight of Cups signifies that there's going to be movement towards a reconciliation, and that, you know, the work that you're putting in, the fruits of your labor will be worth it. And this cycle of feeling stuck and waiting will come to an end, because this person will eventually move away from ego, or you will move away from ego. You'll trust that this connection is the real deal, and you'll find stability with the Four of Cups there, the Four of Wands. I think that's 3 fours that you've had come out in this, and fours are about stability. So I do feel that the you know, the relationship or the connection will start to move forward, but it's going to require either you or them to move away from the ego mentality. Yeah, look, moving the cycle ending of feeling left out in the cold. Again, 3 unstable energy there, waiting for, you know, waiting for this person to come forward, coming up twice with the Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, look, this person's felt stuck because they've not known what option to take. I think, you know, once they reach a point of balance and they're able to make a decision on how's best to move forward with this Knight of Wands, I think you'll see them moving towards a reconciliation or an apology, or at least a discussion about how they're feeling. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, look here, clarifying this. Walking away from feeling left out in the cold. Working together as a team with the Three of Pentacles and moving forward. Yeah, look. King of Swords are about communication. And, you know, when I spoke about an apology or full communication or reconciliation, that person will step forward. The caution I've got with the energy on that clarifier in the future situation for you guys, Cancer, is that this person's communication is not quite there with the King of Cups. So whilst the King of Swords is controlled in the way he speaks, it may not be quite at the level of, it's going to be a Six of Cups communication rather than a King of Cups communication. So just cut them a little bit of slack whilst they go through this process. For you guys, if it is you, you know, consider the way that you communicate in this message to the person that we're talking about. And, you know, the overall outcome is the Chariot, which is about forward movement and change. And I feel that this communication with the Chariot, I feel that's fast moving energy. And, you know, I always see the black and white here as about finding balance and, you know, like the yin yang, finding balance within your masculine and feminine energies. So whoever this person is, whether it's you or them that's got to come forward with the communication, the only advice that I can give you at this stage is that you need to trust, you know, and go within to find the solution. Don't leave this person waiting forever, and just, you know, move from that Three of Wands mentality towards the Four of Wands to find stability within the connection. Watch your communication and how you deliver the message, but in stepping forward and having that courage to do that and sort of leaving the ego outside the door when you walk in the room to discuss it with this person, be real, be authentic, speak your truth, but be kind. Mostly just be kind. Once that communication happens, because this is a soulmate connection, I feel whichever one of you have been in the Three of Wands energy where you're just kind of waiting to see what's going on and feeling a bit like, you know, the cup of love that you're offering is not enough for that person, or you've got any sort of doubt, getting the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, tells you that this connection is a genuine one, and the Ace of Cups tells you also that there will be new changes emotionally for this connection. I do feel that this is going to happen very quickly though, certainly within this month. So for those of you that are not in communication at all at the moment, I feel that there is going to be some communication coming in. Or for those of you that are being the Emperor right now, have a think about it, trust your intuition and reach out, you know. I'm seeing victory, I'm seeing resolution. I'm just going to pull you one additional card, Cancer, from the Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. What do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. So again, that kind of symbolises what I was saying and encapsulates that. The Star card, trusting in your intuition, wishes being granted, Four of Wands and the Two of Cups there. You know, be honest about what you desire. If you want this person, leave the ego at the door. Tell them how you feel, you know. Be honest. I'm going to pull a couple of romance angel cards by Doreen Virtue also, just to give you some final bits of guidance, Cancer, for the month of May. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So again, perhaps before you have the conversation with this person, or if it's you, Cancer, that's got to have the conversation with them, perhaps chew the fat or mull it over with your friends first. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So again, this mirrors my Six of Cups down here. You know, you need to reconcile with them. It's obviously playing on your mind and it's bothering the both of you. So, you know, one of you've got to bite the bullet and move forward. Okay, that concludes my reading for you guys this month. I will be back next week for you with the, you know, the elemental general readings on water next week. But I wish you well for the month and take care. Bye.